free of the mountain of schoolwork. Hello, people of the beyond. It's been a while. How are you doing? That's my friend David Tennant, by the way. Today is going to be a different type of video, because this video is my homework. Today we're gonna get some Edumacation. This video is for my biology class, and it is about photosynthesis and cellular respiration. So photosynthesis. Let's define it, shall we? So photosynthesis is when plants use sun energy to convert water and CO2 into oxygen and carbohydrates. Photosynthesis occurs in chloroplasts and occurs in two different reactions. The first reaction is a light-dependent reaction, which occurs in a thing called a thylakoid membrane of the chloroplast. And the light-dependent reaction also takes two steps. The first step is photosystem 2. I know that's confusing that the first step is number 2, but it's just how they named it. If you have a complaint, go to the scientists, because I'm just the person reading my notes. Photosystem 2 is when a chlorophyll molecule in this photosystem is excited by sunlight. So the chlorophyll molecule is like, "Oh, hey sunlight, oh my gosh, it's so nice to see you. Oh, I'm so excited to be in your company." And energy produced helps break down water molecules into O2, which is released as a byproduct. Pigments in chlorophyll absorb light energy and excite electrons. The excited electrons jump through electron transport chain and power the proton pump. And the protons diffuse back, creating ATP. So the next step is photosystem 1. In photosystem 1, electrons from photosystem 2 get energized by pigments in photosystem 1. So the electrons get super excited, and again they go through the slide that is the electron transport chain to power the protein pump again. And the protein pump's like, "Yay, come to me electrons, energize me," and such. The NADP plus accepts electrons to become NADPH. The other reaction in photosynthesis is the dark reaction, or the Calvin cycle, which occurs in the stroma of the chloroplast and occurs in 3 steps. The first step is the CO2 diffuses into the stroma. The enzyme combines CO2 molecules with a 5-carbon carbohydrate called RUBP. The product of the mushing of the molecules with the 5-carbon carbohydrate is a 6-carbon molecule that splits into a pair of 3-carbon molecules known as PGA. Ah, pink, it burns! Step 2. The first PGA molecule receives a phosphate group from a molecule of ATP, and the compound receives proton from NADPH and releases phosphate group, creating PGAL. Step 3. Most of the PGAL converts back into RUBP, and some other PGAL molecules leave Calvin cycle as G3P, which plant uses to create glucose. Now let's move on to cell respiration. Cell respiration is the process that releases energy by breaking down glucose and other food molecules in the presence of oxygen. Yes, this occurs in 3 stages. The first stage of cellular respiration is glycosis, which occurs in the cytoplasm. This first stage is anaerobic, which means it does not require O2. When the O2 is available, the NADPH in the cell becomes high-energy electron carrier and goes directly to electron transport chain. But when there is no O2 available, sad face, it goes through fermentation, which is another whole thing that I don't think is required of me to explain. The second cycle is the Krebs cycle, which sounds like a sexually transmitted disease, but we're not going to talk about that today. Today is strictly biology. STDs will be another video, I promise. The Krebs cycle, it occurs in the mitochondria matrix, and this cycle is also known as the citric acid cycle. 2 pyruvic acids enter mitochondria to create acetyl coenzyme A. The acetyl coenzyme A enters the inner mitochondria membrane and is converted to citric acid. Yay. The third stage of cellular respiration is electron transport chain occurs in the inner mitochondria membrane. It uses high energy electrons from NADH and FADH2 to convert ADP to ATP. Energy from electrons powers the proton pump in the inner membrane. The protons diffuse back into ATP synthase, which catalyzes the RxN to produce 32 ATP. And that is how babies are made. Wait, that was not right. David Tennant, take it away. He's very shy. Comment in this comment section below, like this video, share it with your other edumacated friends, and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. So, until next time, I hope you have a very edumacated day, and goodbye. Mwah.